House of the Dragon has an interesting legend about the Dragonkeepers, an order that cares for the Targaryen dragons. Rhaenyra summons commoners of Valyrian descent to try to form a link with the wild dragons who reside in the Dragonstone tunnels. In the last episode of House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 7, this event is referred to as the Sowing of the Seeds. The episode focuses on the Sowing's horrific transformation into Rhaenyra's murder of prospective rivals, but it also delves into an intriguing storyline concerning the role of dragons in Westerosi civilization. In Westeros, the dragons represent the history and rule of House Targaryen, the only royal family. They also serve to differentiate the royal family from the common people and other noble families. Thus, riding dragons is associated with elitism, which is dismantled when Rhaenyra makes them accessible to everyone. The Dragonkeepers denounce the Sowing and swear not to participate, joining Joffrey Valyrian and challenging his mother's decision. The Order, which has remained mostly unseen throughout the program, is brought to light by this dispute. Princess Arya Targaryen vanished from the continent for more than a year after an event caused her to take flight with Valyrian the Black Dread decades before House of the Dragon. King Viserys I, her uncle, instituted the Dragonkeepers to guard the King's Landing dragons after her return and death, hoping to prevent future thefts. From that point on, the Targaryen family's dragons were to be watched over by the dozens of Dragonkeepers. Because of their almost century-long existence, the Dragonkeepers are well-established and stubborn. When the Dance of the Dragons begins, the characters in the TV show don't look anything like the ones in the novel, which depict them as wearing black armor adorned with dragon scales. The Dragonkeepers in House of the Dragon resemble monks in appearance due to their shaven heads and lightweight garments. Instead of swords, the characters in the episode wield dragon glass daggers and long staffs. The goal of the Dragonkeepers, in their many guises, is primarily to care for the Targaryen dragons and to keep any would-be thieves or invaders from King's Landing out of the dragon pit. In fact, they managed to keep Princess Sarah Targaryen out of the room once. In Fire and Blood, they also kept an eye on young Byzer Targaryen, who lured men to the dragons and promised them sexual favors in exchange for putting their heads in the dragons' mouths. This demonstrates their unwavering commitment to their job, regardless of the Targaryen orders to the contrary. The Dragonkeepers are depicted in House of the Dragon as more than just royal domestic attendants. They are believed to adhere to a code, the responsibility of which they appear to treat with a spiritual reverence. This code is ingrained in them from birth, and they are brought up to carry it out. The Dragonkeepers in the Red Sowings uphold the royal Targaryen line's divine claim to the dragons and warn commoners not to mess with their power. What befalls the Keepers of Dragons in Game of Thrones takes place after the Targaryen dynasty has been deposed and Westeros has been without dragons for more than a century. During this period, there were also no Dragonkeepers. Between the original series and House of the Dragon, they therefore vanish at some point. The storming of the Dragon Pit, which takes place amid rioting in King's Landing later in the dance after Rhaenyra had retaken King's Landing, is probably going to claim most of them. There are many casualties as a result of the commoners rising up in the storming of the Dragon Pit and attempting to slaughter the dragons in King's Landing. Those who risk their lives to protect the dragons from the Horde are among the Dragonkeeper casualties. Tragically, many dragons perish along with many human lives. Undoubtedly, it will rank among the most emotionally draining scenes in House of the Dragon. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss out on the latest videos.